Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is STL Metro East Weather, and I'm here with a little bit of an off-topic miscellaneous video today. A game known as the Long Drive is what we're playing, and I'm here to describe a bit of an exploit, if you will, in the game, where you can potentially get infinite liquids of of any type by simply having two buckets and a amount of liquid that you want to make more of. So this could be gas, oil, water, hyperzine. This is a modded version of the game, so that won't exist, but this will work in the vanilla version as well as far as the exploit of potentially getting infinite liquids. So basically what you do is you start with two buckets. As you can see, I have right here. We're going to simply, to test this aspect out, we're going to take this third bucket of water and we're going to add the bucket into here. Now, first thing to pay attention to is note that the amount of this bucket is 5 liters. Currently, of course, there is no liquids in these other two buckets. It is completely empty. So, the thing that you want to pay attention to is when you add liquid to a bucket, from any bucket, pay attention to what happens. See? The amount actually increased. It went up 0.3. That just by itself, I added nothing else to it, just from this bucket alone. Now, if you take this bucket and you add it into any one of these other buckets, the amount should increase, but there is a small chance that it might not. But if it doesn't, then don't worry, just simply repeat the process again a few times and it should increase. In this case it did. It only went up 0.1 liters, but hey, it went up. And we pour it again. We got 5.9, so it went up a little higher that time. Sometimes it can go up as much as a liter at a time, but usually it's a small amount. Now that time it did not do anything. As I say, that can happen, but that time it did increase. So, now that we saw how that works on that, just to, no, I don't want to drink it. Go in here. There we go. Let's see, it increased again to 6.5. Now, just to prove they'll work with any other liquid, take this oil, 3 liters. Put it in the bucket. Well, as long as we can get it lined up properly. 3.6. So, it went up a whole 0.6 liters. And like I said, once we get it lined up again, it should go up yet again. Yes, it did, 4.1 liters. So, as you can see, this can work with just about any liquid in the game. And there doesn't appear to be any stoppage to this. You could keep going and doing this infinite times as much as you wanted to. Like I said, it would even work with the gas. Like I said, 2 liters of gas here at the starting house. Put it in the bucket. If I can again get it lined up, that is important. Otherwise, you'll accidentally end up drinking it. There we go. Went up 2.3. So it works with any liquid in the game. So, this makes the buckets have a particular use besides just that you find around having in the buildings and stuff. Besides just whatever there's carrying in them that you can use or just dump out, you can actually put your own liquids in there. And if you get 2 of them, you can also make it work like that. Now, what if you don't have 2 buckets? What if you only have 1 bucket? So, let's pour this in the car, just because to get rid of it. There is another way. We only have 1 bucket to work with, so let's get this added. They could use any bucket and a container, but specifically a beer bottle, like right here, that has 0.5 alcohol. So we'll just take that for example. So you can find these anywhere, gas stations, diners. Your starting house has a bunch of them. Bunkers, they'd pretty much be found in any stop in the game, these little green beer bottles. So basically same concept works. So you just simply take the content of the bottle, if there's anything in there, put it in the bucket, it's now a little bit more. Instead of 0.5, it's now 0.6. And you can do the same thing. So you just take the bucket, pour it gently, very quickly, you don't even need to do it very long, just enough to make the pouring sound. Pour it in the bucket again, and now it almost doubled. Now it's 1.3 liters. And like I said, you just keep doing this process. Now, the nice thing about this process is you can continue to do this infinitely, and it will always increase. It will not skip, or it will, not increase. So, you could use that as an exploit to get fluids even faster. It will also work with these to a lesser extent. Just for example, get rid of that. Put you in here, a little bit. 2.4. Nope, there's only 1.1, or there's only 0.1 liters in there. Pour that in. Now 3.1. So it will work with these small ones as well, but a little bit less so with the green ones, these larger canisters that are 20 liters. It will work, but not as efficiently. But it will be the most efficient with these, followed by that, or of course 2 buckets, but as long as you have a small amount of starting liquid. That's basically all we were wanting to go through over today. It's just basically showing a way that you can effectively get infinite liquid of any type in the game. Just as making sure you start with the appropriate liquid, going back and forth between 2 buckets, or going back between a bucket and a bottle, or one of these yellow little extra virgin oil car canisters. That's STL Metro East Weather, signing off.